Hello, everyone. This is Ebenezer Okorie, the CEO, and this is the Founders CONVO. This is where we bring people who are trying to do a lot of things on their own to beat the economical situation in Nigeria, be self employed, and as well create employment for other people and solve real problems. And today I have with me Mr. Franklin Emeto, and he is one of the fast growing content creators in the country. I'm sure you must have seen a content from his page, Niger Latest News. He's the face behind Niger Latest News. He has over, I think, about 80,000 followers on Facebook and over 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. And today, which is one of the key things we usually do in this show, we are going to have a conversation with him to share with us his experience and also to give you some tips, you who is thinking of getting into content creating, the things you should do and the things you should not do to help you also grow and start earning somewhere in the future. So welcome to the show, Mr. Franklin. We are very happy to see you. So the first thing I just want to ask is, like, when did you start? Like, what motivated you to start this content creating thing? And like, what was your first content like? Like, what was it
Okay,
about?
I don't know if it's good to put it in this way. It was COVID-19 was what made me to start content creation. So at the heat up of that COVID-19, we are all having that, what is it being called? We are all lockdown, yes. So I was kind of frustrated. I didn't know what to do at the time. You know, I was undergoing some training, but I couldn't go. So everything was done online. So I found that I discovered that a lot of people were creating content, and then people were watching, and a whole lot of people were busy watching these content on YouTube across various platforms.
So what else would you be doing?
Yes, what will you be doing? And then that's what many people were doing. So I just started the content creation, and I started on YouTube. So my first content was on sports. I think it was Chelsea versus Manchester United game. And then I was doing picture videos. So I even up to date, I don't put my face there. It's faceless content creation. So when I made that, it was a combination of pictures. I edited it. You know, I was explaining how Manchester United player, foul Chelsea player, he should have been awarded a red card, should have been booked, and the ref, exercised leniency. He didn't, award the foul. So I saw that two fans from these two clubs were clashing, and then it gave me quite a good number of views. So I kind of continued in that. So I started my content creation around sports.
Okay. So the next question would be, like, how do you balance between the content you want to create and what your audience actually wants to see? Because this is the part where I feel sometimes that content are some of the things we see on the social media is kind of manipulation.
Yes.
Like, as if like people are just creating to know your reaction. So how do you balance between that? Sometimes you want to create a content in this particular direction, but from your experience, you know that people won't engage much in this stuff, and you'll be like, okay, let me kind of draft it in this particular way so that people will kind of get engaged with the post. Like when South Africa and Nigeria were playing a game, I think that was last AFCON. So I know that somehow you'd have tried to find a way to create a content around that, something that will kind of create a rivalry or something that fans will begin to argue about. So how do you create that balance?
So, if you're a content creator, you discover that in a day you can have up to hundreds of content creation ideas. And sometimes when you focus on these ideas and not what your audience want, you might end up wasting your whole time. So just like you said, my content creation borders, majorly on Facebook, borders on South Africa and Nigerian banter. You know, there is a huge banter online between Nigeria and South Africa, and Nigeria and Ghana. Bafana. So I discovered that my audience, Nigerians, we are more interested in any content I create that banter South Africa.
Okay.
So I laid more emphasis on that. So if you go to my page, you see that yes, it's Niger Latest News, but it has to be news that has to, banter South Africa or Ghana or any neighboring African countries. So that's where my audience are more. That's where they engage more, they share more. So, yes, I could have other content ideas in Nigerian news and other stuff, but Nigerians are not interested.
Yeah.
So And you know, to grow your page, you have to get more engagement. People
Engagements,
people
yeah.
must react
People
to
need
it.
to
People have to
react.
share it.
Yeah.
So when I discovered that yes, these are what my audience are interested in. So
Okay.
somehow I need to leave the content ideas I have and
Okay.
the content I want to create. So I focus on those ones I know they are
They are going to
engaging more.
trend. Yeah.
So that's how I grew my page, and somehow also I grew my YouTube channel and my Facebook page.
Okay, okay. So, what platform do you say kind of makes you more money, or like for somebody who wants to get into content creation or something? Because I remember this Donaza when they were having this Pella and I Should Speed stuff. Like when I Should Speed came to Nigeria, and then he ignored Pella, and a lot of Pella fans were like, Pella has a lot of millions of followers on this and all that. But Donaza was kind of making some kind of analysis on YouTube. He was like now giving an advice. Anybody who wants to do content creating, it's good though to be on other platform, but in terms of content money making, YouTube is king. So that you should focus primarily on YouTube. And in your own experience, would you actually agree on that? What would you tell someone who is trying to find which one should I focus more of my energy on?
Yes, if you
Which
want
platform?
if you want to start you want to start content creation as a beginner, I will suggest that you start both on YouTube and on Facebook. Now,
Okay.
based on my own experience, I can say that YouTube pays more. Now here is my reason. You know, on YouTube you can have 1,000 subscribers, and then one of your content can go viral, and then you make huge amount of money.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, it's not that way. You need to have the huge, massive engagement. You need to be having like 500,000 views,
Yes.
100,000 views, and maybe hit 1 million before you will earn a considerable amount of money. So for me, I would suggest, because when I started my content, I started my YouTube way back as way back as 2020, and now I'm just having 20-something thousand subscribers. But on YouTube now it's growing so fast. Like today, I think it's 81,000 followers.
Wow.
So the reason why I suggest
That is on Facebook.
on Facebook 81,000, maybe before the end of today it could be more than that. So the reason why I'm suggesting that if you are a content creator, if you want to start, you might want to start both YouTube and Facebook, because the Bible said if you want to make your investment, you just pray your seed. You don't know the one that will. So sometimes your videos on YouTube might go viral. The same video you post it on Facebook, you not go viral.
Yes.
Sometimes you post video on Facebook, it will go viral on Facebook. So it depends on how the algorithm distributes the content, and it's just because it's your original content. So here is the thing. Now, looking at Facebook, for those who have been into it, last year or last 2 years, Facebook was sending people content. It was in-stream ads. Okay. So the requirement to monetize on Facebook was high for Nigerians. So you need to have up to 10,000 followers. You need to have up to 600,000 watch minutes in 3 months.
In 3 months.
Yes. So that's the requirement for Facebook. Yeah. But now Facebook had cut down that requirement. You can just have 600 followers and they'll send you content monetization.
They are in huge competition now with TikTok, especially TikTok.
So now you can have just 1,000 followers. Facebook will send you content monetization. But that is not how you will earn. For you to earn on Facebook, you must have massive engagement. Yeah. You must have up to 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 engagement for you to earn a considerable. But that's not the case with YouTube. Yeah. YouTube, the main requirement is that you must have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. That's in 12 months, and then you monetize. So one of your content can go viral, and then you have just made quite a good amount of money on YouTube. So that's why, on preference, I would prefer YouTube. But for a start, I would say you start both because you will share your content across from YouTube to Facebook. But you cannot share your content from Facebook to YouTube. So that's why I always suggest to new beginners to start both, so that it could help you grow effectively.
Okay, thank you for that. I think that makes a lot of sense, because most of the times when you want to just start with YouTube and you are just looking at how the subscribers is growing, you may just be discouraged and you just be like, oh, this thing no go work. But if you are doing both platforms, at least if you are seeing that the one on Facebook is growing and maybe the one on YouTube is not growing as much, it can still encourage you to continue, because it's not a waste of energy. Yeah. So okay, the next question would be, can you point out the moment or the content that was a game changer for you? Yeah, because I know that there is usually that content that boosts somebody's account or boosts somebody's channel, and then a lot of people get to start going to your, like I Show Speed. I know I Show Speed because of Ballon d'Or ceremonies, because I follow football
Yes.
a lot. So they usually invite him sometimes for Ballon d'Or ceremonies. I knew him, but I never bothered for one day to go and check his YouTube or to even know the exact content he's doing. I just know he used to do some stunts. I didn't know that he was a streamer and all that, and even the biggest streamer on YouTube. So like I kind of didn't really know about that until this whole Pella and I Should Speed something happened. So I just had to go and check, and then I now knew the exact stuff. I even subscribed to his channel. You get. So what was that? What was that moment, or what was that content that was like the game changer for you on YouTube or on Facebook?
Okay, so the content I feel that blew my channel was around, I know, to be Amosan. So she won 100 meters hurdles and she broke record. So I was following that competition. So I posted her videos first. You know, they dressed with Nigerian attire and all of that. So I was posting these videos on my YouTube channel, and then, you know, normally I wasn't getting much views because I haven't grown my channel so well at that time. So I saw that people were very much interested in the video. So they were commenting, they were sharing it, and I for the first time my video, you know, crossed 100,000
Wow.
you know, views at the
On
time.
YouTube?
Yes, on YouTube.
Don't be smart.
Yeah, so that was in 2022, if I'm not, 2022.
Wow.
So I really made good money from that video.
That's
So yeah. So now I was now focusing more on sports, Nigerian news, and other secular news. So that was actually the content that blew my channel. Like, you know, one video gave me up to maybe 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers.
Wow.
So that was what really announced my channel at the time. So I now focus on that. Started creating content around, you know, Nigerian Football League and all other forms of sports that involve Nigerians. So that's actually what made my. And then across Facebook, it was. I can't really figure out the particular one, but I can just say it's about one Nigerian beauty pageant. So her name is Chidinma Adesina.
Okay.
So she was born in South Africa, and she was contesting for Miss Universe, you know, beauty pageant. So when she was almost getting to the final of the show. So, you know, South Africans came up and said she's not a Nigerian. They rejected her.
Yeah.
So Nigeria accepted her. Silver Bird, Ben Bruce welcomed her to Nigeria, and then she came and, you know, won Miss Universe Nigeria. So I was creating content around that. And, you know, like I said, anything that has to do with Nigeria and South African banter, Nigerians are interested, South Africans are interested. There is no Nigerian news outlet that South Africans are not there. So anything that has to do with Nigeria or South Africa, South Africans will be there to, you know, to engage and all that. So that particular content about Chidinma Adesina blew my Facebook page. So a lot of South Africans started following my page. In fact, sometimes South Africans engage on my page more than Nigerians. So they will even give you facts. Sometimes you post just a random content, you didn't know, you didn't research much about that content. So South Africans will come and give you the details, give you the fact, and then you are learning. So that was how, you know, my Facebook page, you know, blew up, and then I started having massive following and massive engagement.
Okay. So I will not like just go through the whole stuff without asking some questions about the grind. So like you mentioned something about this sports something on your YouTube channel. So what I want is, because I've seen you sometimes actually staying awake like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. trying to do content and all this kind of stuff, so that you just be among the first set of people to do that. So like, what can you tell us about the sacrifices you make behind the scene to make sure you meet up with the trend and all those kind of stuff?
Okay, like for some of us, like I do reuse content on faceless YouTube channel. So it means you don't create your own original content. So you reuse other people's content, you repurpose it according to YouTube requirement. So in this reuse content, if you don't have massive following, you're just like a beginner. So it means that you have to get that information on time and upload it on YouTube before big creators start posting it. Because if big creators post this content before you, everybody will move to their channel. And they are just like, they will not come back to check. So when I started, I mean, some of my brothers could be me with me. I don't sleep. I will be awake all night. So they sometimes they felt I was just wasting my time. They said, "You don't sleep, you don't sleep." My younger brother was like, "You don't sleep. You're wasting your time. You don't even sleep." So, but I know what I wanted.
Yeah.
I know what content
And you
creation is
go
about.
hard
So I
for
know the
it.
value of it. I know
Yeah.
where it was leading me to. So I continued. I continued to create this content. Like in the night, though that time I wasn't good in repurposing this content. So I would just pick this content. I'll just go and dump it on these platforms. So I had issue, with monetization at the time.
Okay.
But then I learned through the process by just being consistent and being diligent in the stuff. So I continue to create this content. Every day I'm learning. If you are using all these editing softwares, it helps you to learn all these things every day. So I continue to create content and all of that. Gradually,
So the other question would be like, what's still within the same vein? One major issue every content creator, remote worker, tech person in Nigeria faces is power and internet issues. Like, can you share with us like one key experience you had? Like maybe you needed to post something, but there was no light or internet was an issue or something. Just share with us one of the moments and like what it felt like.
Yeah. So when I started, I was using my laptop to create this content, and it got worse when I returned to Nigeria because you can't experience 24-hour power supply even you are in Maitama or Asoko, anywhere. But except if you have solar, as a step up. So I was using my laptop to create content, and I saw it was quite a daunting task. You have to get all the pictures and videos, you have to edit them. Before you post it, other people have already posted, and then your content will not be distributed.
Yes.
So I needed to find something else better. So I had to start looking for third-party apps. I have KineMaster, I have CapCut, I have a lot of mobile apps that I was using to edit my videos and my content. Then I don't think till date I don't even have ring light. Till date I don't have any audio recording software. So I use my phone to record, and it comes out very good.
Yeah.
So what I learned how to do was just to learn how to create this content with my phone, and it helps me very well because within 1 hour 30 minutes, I've been able to edit this content and then post it. So that's what helped me to be able to beat that challenge of power.
So you need to have at least if you're not having a solid laptop, have
a good phone, that the battery can last. Power bank, yes. I've always had power bank. So I don't stay without power bank. So I always have power bank. So when my phone goes down, I will plug it to the power bank. So that's what I use to beat that power outage.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is, if you were starting from 0 followers today, what would you do differently? Knowing what you know now. Like you already know what you know now based on your experience. It's like over 6 years now.
Yes.
So if you are to start a new channel, what are you going to do differently now?
Okay. Now, if I am to start a new channel now, today, what I'm going to do differently is that, not differently, what I have learned now is to create original content. Now, also, if I'm reusing other people's content, I will make sure I repurpose it well, that the algorithm will understand it, that is now my own. Because I understand both Facebook and YouTube, they don't distribute your content if they dictate it as a reused content. You can post it, it will remain there. You see that it's not distributing, it's not even going far. So if I am starting from scratch now, first I will create my own original content if I want to create original content. But if I'm doing reused content, what I will do is to repurpose it very well, edit it very well so that okay.
Maybe you can continue from that part of repurposing original content.
You want to ask the question again?
No, just continue.
Okay, so for me, what I would do differently, I've said that before, is to create original content. If I'm creating original content, but if I'm reusing other people's content, I will make sure I edit it, or a YouTube terminology, repurpose it very well, that the system, YouTube or Facebook algorithm, will see it as mine,
as your own,
as I've really repurposed it, because Facebook and YouTube accept repurposed content. So they accept the content that you have uploaded on your platform when they certify that you have done something different on it.
Yes.
Maybe you added voice note or voiceover or whatever thing to make sure that it's now yours. Now, secondly, the next thing I will do if I'm to start from scratch now is that I will make sure I understand the monetization rules, because that was a challenge I had when I open YouTube channel. You know, I will monetize today. Next week they will demonetize me. 1 month after I'll get it, but because I didn't understand the monetization rules and how to reuse other people's content. So many people don't know that. Even on Facebook, I've seen someone that has 200 and something thousand followers. Every day she's crying that they are not sending her that they are not sending her content monetization.
Okay.
Yes. If you are creating content on Facebook currently, you can have 1 million followers. But if you are not creating content of your own, if your content there is not yours, they cannot send you that content monetization. Facebook would rather send someone that has 1,000 followers content monetization setup, maybe 600 followers, because the person is creating original content. So for me, if I'm starting from scratch, what I would do is to make sure I create content, and now I've got to know what in the monetization rule is all about. I will create my content observing these rules.
At the end of the day, is monetization we are looking
for.
It's monetization.
At the end of the day, is monetization one is looking for. Yes.
Earn from them.
So
okay. Yeah. So So the last question here would be, okay, or second to the last question. What would be your advice for someone who has been creating content for a while, but it feels like they are stuck at that particular place? Like, I'm having a target of, okay, I want to reach, let's say I'm in 200 subscribers. I want to reach 300 by next month. But I've gone past 2 months and I'm not like seeing it.
Now, you change your strategy.
Okay.
Because anything that is not changing is not alive. So if you are creating a kind of content, this content creation, it must be dynamic.
Yes.
So if you are somebody that is known, if you are creating that content and you are not growing, it means you are not getting it right. You need to change. Let me start from YouTube. So YouTube, you can create a very good content, but destroy it with a terrible thumbnail. If your thumbnail is not good, 60 to 80% of the people that will watch your video on YouTube is your thumbnail.
Yes.
So if your thumbnail is not catchy, your content could be great, they will not click.
Yeah.
So on YouTube, you have to change your thumbnail, and then you have to learn how to do captioning. Okay. First, some people just create a video. Make a video and they just post it like that. For us that do reuse content, you have to name that video. Let's say armed robbers attacked Abuja today. So you name that video, armed robbers attack Abuja. You will name the thumbnail also, armed robbers attack Abuja. So anybody that is searching for what armed robbers did, there is no way the algorithm will not push your content. Yes. So these are strategies. Many people don't know it. Yes. So they just produce a content, and the system will just name it anything, just numericals and all of that. And then you post it like that, it will just be there. It won't go far. So if you want to also grow your content, learn collaboration. You can meet a lot of people on YouTube. Okay. You collaborate with them. You say, okay, you want to collaborate. They will tell their followers to subscribe to your channel. Or they have Facebook page. They will tell their followers, to subscribe to your channel. YouTube is doing something like collaboration now.
Yes.
So you
can invite a collaborator, somebody that has a higher channel. Like higher subscribers.
Yes.
And then your video will appear on their channel too.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to say on that, for someone that is stuck, the content is not going well and the person is not, seeing results. You need to learn from others.
Okay.
Even though this little, I call it little anyway, little followers I have across, various platforms, I still watch videos to learn
more.
To learn more. I still watch videos to learn more from people, because you learn every day.
Yeah.
New strategies, new techniques are coming out. If you are still stuck with the one you are using it since 2000 and all of that, you won't go far, because this is the advent of AI. So many people are using AI to create content and a whole lot. So there is no way your content or your page platform will not grow when you are, changing your strategy, learning the new techniques and new trends. So if you apply these, techniques, definitely your page will grow, your YouTube will grow, and you have more engagement.
Okay, thank you. So the last question I would want to ask is like, where do you see Niger latest news? Like on YouTube now you have like 25,000.
22,000.
22,000.
Yes.
Okay, and then on Facebook you have like 81,000.
Yes.
So where do you see like Niger latest news before the end of the first half of this year? Like,
okay,
in terms of growth.
Okay, across YouTube, I'm seeing Niger latest news hitting maybe 50,000 subscribers.
Wow, that is massive.
Then for Facebook, I'm seeing Nigeria Latest News hitting at least 150 followers, 50,000 followers.
And you know the thing is like these platforms, it's actually easy for you to grow. Like when you've started growing massively,
Yes.
you can in a day like even like amass like up to 300, 400 people subscribing to your channel compared to those early days. So
Yes.
it's just more like airplane when you need a lot of energy to
Yes.
run and then fly. But once you are in the air, it's now easy to just move around.
So
and
on that
yeah,
note,
so I hope that works.
it does. So there's one guy on Facebook I have gotten, like I said, 3,000 followers in one day.
3,000.
Yes,
Jesus.
3,000 followers. Okay, like
on
okay
on Facebook.
on Facebook. So in 1 week,
My page is still like 1,000.
okay. So on Facebook, I have gotten 17,000 followers. I think in 1 week.
Wow.
1 week. And on
That's
on
massive.
YouTube, I've gotten like 5,000 followers subscribers in 1 day. So what
That's massive.
the difference is that someday you could post a video. That's why being consistent is key.
Yeah, consistency. Always show up.
One thing that could stand out for you one day is that one of your videos can just go viral, and that video will give you. There's one guy I was sharing with you. I was telling you about. He has like I think 100 and something followers, 100 and something thousand followers. Then he made one AI video about a little girl talking. That particular video hit 8.9 million on Facebook, and that video gave him 240 something thousand followers.
Jesus.
Just one video. So that's why it's good to be consistent, be dynamic, changing the way you create your content. You could be strong. You might have, just like your friend. I watched the podcast. So he said he struggled for 3 years, and after 3 years, just like me.
Yeah.
So I created content since 2020, and then it was quite a whole struggle, But a time came when everything just changed.
Yes.
Lines and things
Just
start.
that consistency is
That
very
so
much
one video could be the turning point of your whole channel.
just like an idea can change your life.
Yes, and just like an idea can change your life. So you just have to be creating.
Yeah.
And one thing that content creators, beginners, and those who are already in it must know is that the best content you feel you created might not be the one that go viral.
The one that will fly, yeah.
The best content you create, you invested money.
That's the aspect of the content you want to create versus what your audience
What your audience wants to see, yes.
Yeah.
So most times I've invested energy. There was a time it took me almost 4 hours to edit video, and nobody watched it. I was angry. So, but sometimes I created video just maybe 10 minutes. I just use my phone and upload randomly. I just gathered videos together. That's the one that will hit thousands and thousands of views and all that. Yeah. So that's just it. So the catch is keep creating. Keep creating.
Yeah. Content is
keep
key.
creating. Keep making it better.
Yeah.
As you are creating, you don't just create ordinary, because there are a lot of AI platforms that they are making real videos. So you need to keep creating. One day your content will go viral. The algorithm will recommend your videos, will push your content high, and people will get to know you, and then you'll be balanced in a way.
Yeah. So thank you very much for this session. I hope you've learned a lot from Mr. Franklin, and I hope you are going to take action. At the end of the day, that is what is very more important. Follow your heart and take action. And someday, that idea in your head is going to be what is going to pay your house rent or even buy you a house. A lot of people are actually doing that with doing content. So I want you to be encouraged to do that. Don't give up. Be consistent. It's not always about intensity. It's actually about consistency. And you can see yourself achieving some massive breakthrough. Thank you so much, Mr. Franklin, for this session.